Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a singles love reading for my dearest Geminis. Gemini, if these messages resonate with you, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And just a friendly reminder, I am available for private readings, so if you're after one, I do have those links down below in the description box. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what clear messages, advice, and guidance come through for my dearest Geminis for their highest and greatest good. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Geminis, please. Okay, your energy, the Wheel of Fortune. In your past, the Seven of Cups. Okay, some of you, you've been dealing with a karmic situation, something that was quite confusing. All right, Spirit's advice for you is the Five of Wands. And what's coming towards you, you have victory coming towards you, but you are going to have to let down your defenses, all right? And we have the King of Cups. All right, Gemini. So it does look like you have a beautiful love offer coming in, but it feels like there's something that's been quite confusing that you've been dealing with, and it feels like you are recognizing this is a karmic situation. It may be a situation you were dealing with, maybe a Sagittarius. We also have Venus and Scorpio energy here, but it feels like maybe you're still stuck on this person or this connection. It feels like this person had other options. It could have also been an online connection that wasn't able to get off the ground. Yeah, and a lot of my gems, you're feeling a little bit bored with that past situation, and it looks like you're probably healing from this and waiting to see what else comes your way. I do think you have an unexpected love offer coming in, certainly maybe with a water sign or a fire sign. Yeah, and the Eight of Cups energy in reverse. But some of you, you're just not so sure. It's like almost like you're waiting on a past person or waiting to see what this past person is going to say, if they're going to reach out. It's kind of interesting energy, Gemini, because I can see that you're bored and discontent here with a karmic situation or a situation that came to a full stop, but some of you are still kind of waiting to see like if you can get clarity, closure, or if they're going to come back around. All right, because it feels like you haven't fully walked away from whatever the Seven of Cups is, and it might be somebody you had a really strong connection with. Some of you, though, you do need to be aware this person may have been catfishing you, or they might not be who they seem, so just be careful with that, okay? So your person in the past, wow, you have a lot of number sevens coming through here. We have 777s, which is an indication that your angels and your guides are on your side. All right. It looks like there's a past person that maybe you put a lot of time and effort into, and it's like you're waiting for it to bear fruit. You're waiting to see like where it goes. But I feel like it's been really confusing. I feel like you're getting bored sitting around waiting for this person to either give you an answer or to show up for you, to pull their weight. Maybe you're even waiting to see this person for the first time. But we've got the Knave of Chalices in reverse. This is somebody that you can't trust. It's like they're not all in emotionally. And I think a lot of my Geminis, you're starting to realize that, or you've already realized that, but you're just feeling like a little bit stuck on this person. And even if you've put an end to this, Gemini, it's like you feel a little bit stuck on this person, but like it's like you haven't like really put yourself out there yet. So with the Five of Wands, Spirit's telling you that this is a card of honing your skills. This is a card of experiencing conflict, but really fighting for victory, which I do see coming your way. So I feel like this has been a tough karmic lesson. I feel like some of my gems, you might be feeling a little bit lethargic, maybe even a little bit down, and you're just kind of not putting yourself out there. But I do think the message here with the Five of Wands for my Geminis is that you really need to fight for your happiness here. Fight to move away from anything that's confusing, or move away from any connection that like you don't know where you stand with this person, or if something feels really off with this past person, it was or it is, okay? And I do feel there's a little bit of conflict, but just know that these are these karmic lessons that are really showing you the way, helping you become more of yourself, right? We need a little bit of the darkness to really experience the light. Yeah, Queen of Wands, a lot of my gems, yeah, Spirit wants you to know that this person may have been dealing with other options. Maybe you knew that all along and they were just non-committal. Also, if this past person was like a scammer or a cheat or a player, you're not the only person they've done that to. And with the Knight of Cups, I can still see that Spirit saying, but like you're still worthy of love, Gemini. And I feel like you're a little bit triggered. I think you need to recover your energy. You need to make sure you're not giving this energy to this past person any longer, or what they did to you. So I'm getting a strong message of like needing to replay, you know, to stop replaying that hurt and that heartbreak so that you can get off of this particular timeline. All right, and the what's coming towards you, you do have victory, but you are going to have to let down your guard, which I can see might be difficult for some of my Geminis because of what you've been through, like this disappointment, this karmic situation. But you have somebody here who's hardworking. You have somebody who's maybe a little bit slow moving, but not necessarily like in a bad way, right? Just because this is somebody who they want to make sure they're doing things right. And you're definitely going to be moving on here with somebody who I feel is quite sweet. I feel like this person brings you peace. Like that's how you're going to know you're on the right path. You're going to feel really comfortable with this person. Yeah, and we have the King and the Queen of Wands showing up in reverse, which tells me that you had quite a fiery, passionate connection here with the past person who seems to be like they were a player, but that's a situation that couldn't work out because it was a karmic lesson, and it feels like there's something so much better waiting for you to come in. And with somebody who is going to teach you karmic lessons, but the karmic lessons are like trust and love, you know, so like learning to trust and learning to love again here, my lovely Geminis. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what messages, advice, and guidance Spirit has for you. So let's see, clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Geminis when it comes to their love lives, please. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Geminis, please. Yeah, conflict resolution. So differences are bound to create conflict, but no matter how intractable, all conflicts are capable of peaceful resolution through compromise. Okay, so, you know, some of my Geminis, like, I'm not really getting that this is somebody that is going to be coming back around. Now, maybe for a select few of you, that is the case. But remember, like, somebody who wants to put in the work in a relationship with you, Gemini, they're going to find a compromise. It's not always going to be my way or the highway. And I feel like that's something to note, because I kind of feel like this past person either didn't listen to you or didn't even want to have those conversations. Okay, so just be aware of that. And I feel like, again, that you saw a lot of potential for you to be the King and the Queen of Wands, this power couple, really beautiful, very sexy, very passionate connection where you could build and grow together. But I feel like this person didn't meet you halfway. All right, and Spirit's saying to silence the noise. Noise creates illusions and problems out of nothing. Go deeper into your heart as you may find the truth. Yeah, and so this is like really getting out of your head and dropping into your heart space. And I feel like that's what's going to naturally really happen with this new person. Like, you're not going to be overthinking the situation. I mean, some of my Geminis might, right? Because, you know, we're ruled by Mercury, and when we're feeling a bit imbalanced or triggered, definitely, and I say we because I'm a Venusian Gemini, but when Gemini energy is a bit off balance or feeling triggered, you know, it can certainly send one into a bit of a tailspin, and really we can get stuck in our head in those details and having trouble sleeping at night and replaying conversations, blah, blah, blah. So you know because I know my Geminis, you know exactly when and how that happens. But I feel like this new person isn't going to create that static, that noise, isn't going to create that nervousness and that anxiety, because you're going to know exactly where you stand with them, and you're also going to know exactly how they feel about you. Okay? So before we do move more into this new person's energy, let's see if there's anything else that you need to know about this past person. 2 phones. Yeah, you were dealing, for a lot of you, this is like a scammer, or like somebody who was catfishing you, especially if you never met this person and it was something online. If you knew this person, maybe you were in a relationship with this person, it's definitely somebody who's, you know, a cheat, a liar, and hush hush. Yeah, absolutely. A liar, this is a cheater, this is a player, that's who you were dealing with. Okay, so important to pay attention to those messages. Now, Spirit's telling you that you do need to focus on on releasing this energy, really fighting for your happiness. And I also feel like releasing like these triggers, because whenever someone or something triggers us, it's an indication of what still needs to be healed. And I feel like Spirit's saying there is love coming. So you don't want to totally shut down because of what you've been through. In fact, with this new person, you may be required to drop your defenses and be vulnerable again in order for it to work. But again, that's a challenge, but you're going to grow through it, Gemini. So Spirit's also telling you to focus on the thinking man. Yeah, be aware, be prepared, be discerning. This is my Gemini card though. The thinking man is going to, yes, you're going to look at the details. You're not going to stop being aware and prepared and discerning and trust your intuition, but you're also not going to get stuck. All right, obsessing over a situation, because I feel this is really like a closed door that was a blessing. Some of you, maybe the door isn't completely closed and you're just kind of bored with this person's energy, but Spirit's saying, take a look at the details here, Gemini, because something is or was definitely off about them. All right, and Spirit's also saying, yep, focus on the door to personal healing and happiness. So looking at all the details, but focusing on your healing, and just that repeated message, like, when you're on the right path, you're going to know, because when you check in with your heart center, you're going to feel happy, but you're going to feel happy and you're also going to feel safe. Okay. Emotionally, physically, mentally. So this new person coming your way, I feel like, they might have quite a young or playful energy about them, whether they're younger than you or not. Is there anything else we need to know about this person or this connection? Ooh, yeah, some of you, they might come from a warm climate. You might meet them on vacation or in a warm climate. Islands is what I'm getting. But Spirit's saying this is going to be a really happy connection where there's expansion and joy. You're going to enjoy each other. There's playfulness. Okay, and this is going to be a very healthy connection. It's going to be very, very different, Gemini, than what you were dealing with. I mean, it's a complete 180. It's a complete turn of the page. It's going to be a happy and healthy connection, or this person coming towards you is very happy and healthy themselves. So it's definitely something to look forward to, my lovely Geminis. All right, so let's go ahead and see what are your strengths? What is it that people love about you, fall in love about you, or what are your strengths in love, my dear Geminis? So we've got rebel. Yeah, you do things a little bit differently. So you may challenge authority to affect social change. You might reject spiritual systems that don't serve your inner needs. But this is just my Geminis allowing, your freak flag to fly. And I don't mean that in any sort of bad way. I just mean that as like you're willing to do your thing, do things your own way. You're not someone who's going to just toe the line or be okay with the status quo, especially if it's not serving your needs. So I feel like that's really important, especially in this type of situation. But I also think this new person is going to really like the fact that you just sort of march to the beat of your own drum. And visionary. Some of you do have Aquarius energy in your chart, or you just embody this energy, right? Where you can envision what hasn't been conceivable to others. A lot of my Geminis, like mentally, you're just like, you're like head and shoulders above a lot of the people that you have been dating, or particularly this past person. And I feel like you need somebody who's like intelligent and innovative as well. And like I said, Gemini energy, especially any of you Venusian Geminis out there, really need intellectual stimulation and conversation with your person in order for it to work, because you thrive on, you get off on witty banter and jokes and conversations about, anything from the esoteric to, the mundane. And and a lot of you need somebody here who's also going to walk with you when you proclaim a vision or when you have an idea. And I kind of love this because I kind of feel like that past person couldn't keep up with you mentally anyways. So anyway, that's just just the energy I was picking up on. I feel like you've got something like happy and healthy coming your way, or a person who's happy and healthy. So let's see, and you're going to be moving on with this person. Again, there might be a little bit of hesitation. It is going to require you to be a bit vulnerable. It does look like Spirit's showing us this person may have water in their chart. So it could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but this is somebody who's very loving, probably very creative, sensitive. Definitely, because I feel like you're coming from a situation where, your last person here was not sensitive at all to like what you're into, your needs, your wants. This is a weird message I'm getting coming through. Like some of you play video games. Like this new person is going to play video games with you. Really weird message. It's just for some of you. This new person is going to be very giving. They're going to put your needs first. And I feel, again, my Geminis, you're probably going to need that, right? Like it's going to feel weird at first because this person's like so loving and on your wavelength and so caring. And there's like no like ulterior motive, where it feels like there was definitely ulterior motive with that past connection. Now this new person might be in some type of period of recovery. Okay, so that could be from addiction. It could be from losing a loved one. It could be financial recovery. But it looks like they're in a very healthy energy. Like they too have moved on from some, you know, excuse my language, but some bullshit. All right. And they also have some strong air in their chart. Okay. So again, maybe they embody that Aquarius energy. But again, I think this is what you've been really craving, is somebody who just gets you, somebody who can walk with you, somebody that's willing to, like I said, talk about pretty much anything, or at least hear you out. I love that energy, Gem. So let's see. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Geminis. Who is this? Tell me more about this relationship coming towards my Geminis. I keep getting gaming messages. I don't know if any of you out there are gamers. If you are, let me know. I'm not, but it always is fascinating to me. All right, so let's see. Lasting love. Yeah, this could really be your true love coming in, Gemini. Yes. And we get dreams come true. It's going to be a dream come true. Again, a couple that plays together, stays together. So whether it's video games or it's, you know, whatever you do for fun, I feel like this person's going to walk with you. Even if it's not their hobby, they're going to make it their hobby, and not in some sort of creepy, parasitic, controlling way, right? Like if you're really into, you know, rock climbing or something like that, like this person's going to give it a go just to be with you, to support you. So have faith, your rainbow will come smiling through. And yeah, there are going to be real feelings here that are absolutely worth exploring. Real feelings, real conversations. And again, we get double confirmation that this person is going to have a love language of gift giving, which is always really nice, Gemini. But the types of gifts they're going to give you are the types of gifts that mean something to you. Like they might not be the most expensive gifts, but they're going to be, you know, something that you mentioned in a previous conversation, like a very thoughtful, very sweet gifts is what I'm getting. Oh, Geminis, I love this for you. Like it just feels like puppy love coming your way. All right, let's see. Clear messages, advice, and guidance. Any important dates here for my Geminis? It's going to happen very soon, Gemini. And some of you, by December, you're going to know exactly who this new person is. All right, my lovely Geminis, I'm sending you so much love and light. If these messages resonate, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, check out the description box for ways you can get a private reading, or if you like the cards I'm using, or if you want to follow me on TikTok and Instagram. Love and light. Take care.